The Kansas City Chiefs offense is back, baby. And the NFL, well, they ain't ready for it. Let's talk about that.
Chiefs Kingdom. What's up, baby? Noah Gray here, tight end for your Kansas City Chiefs. You're listening to All Chiefed Up with Mike and Steve Williams.
Chiefs Kingdom, ACU crew, how we doing, baby?
Let's go.
Welcome in. Welcome to All Chiefed Up. We're back with another live stream for that ass. And we're going to be talking about Chiefs training camp updates, Mike. A lot of fun things happening out there on the football field, getting everybody a little horned up. So let us talk about that, my man.
Yeah, today was good, man. It was good. We're going to jump into all that in a minute. We got some highlights for you. We got a few things we're going to talk about. We'll get to your chat in just a minute, too. Before we get going, hit that like button. Smash that. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We appreciate you. Hit that sub button if you haven't already. Ride with All Chiefed Up all season long, Steve. We have a good time.
Do it.
We have a great time, by the way. And if you haven't checked it out, go check out the camp update I threw out earlier today. It's pretty awesome. It's got some clips. It's got some stuff. It's got all the highlights. So if you only got a minute of your day, right before bed, you're like, oh, I forgot to look. Boom. There it is.
Easy enough.
Convenient.
All chiefed up, doing the Lord's work, letting you know what happened with the Chiefs that day, baby. All in 60 seconds. How about it? How's everybody doing tonight? Y'all put it in the chat. Let me know how you guys are doing. Hope everybody's doing well. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. We lost another legend after Ozzy Osbourne. I mean, good grief. What's going on here?
It's been a bad week.
It's been a crazy week, but at least football's back. We can distract ourselves with that. And, Mike, what we wanted to talk about today was the Chiefs' offense being back, baby. They've been trying to get back to that deep ball for a while. They have to, right? It's been a little stagnant. Andy was trying to push it last year, and every receiver decided to get hurt. So I think it's the same thing this offseason, the same agenda. Let's just hope we have a little better luck with the injuries this year. Hopefully we don't get bit by that injury bug. English is hard today for me. I don't know why.
I was going to say, you're struggling today.
A little bit. I'm okay, but I can't talk. But, yeah, man, I'm just pumped. I'm ready to see it. I saw some deep balls today, and that made me happy. How about you?
Yeah, the deep ball's back. The deep ball's back in Kansas City. Look, I know it's just helmets. It's just, no pads. We're just practicing. It's basically 7-on-7, 11-on-11. It's two-hand touch. It's this, it's that. It doesn't matter. This is all we got at the moment, and it's fun. And it's fun to watch them go deep. And they did this last year, though, and it really didn't pan out. But this year, we're not going to have the same amount of injuries. You want to know why? Because we had to sacrifice that last year. We had to screw it up last year. This year, we're going to be healthy. We're going to be happy. We're getting the deep ball back. And the offensive line, Steve. The offensive line looks pretty well gelled right now. Now, look, again, I don't mean gelled as in these guys are great. They're not even facing anybody. I'm just saying Andy seems to have found a front five that he wants to stick with, at least till Jawan Taylor comes back, and then there's going to be some movement. But, again, these guys have not really faced a defensive pass rush or anything except for one-on-one individual drills. But so far, Josh Simmons has looked pretty good. I seen a clip of him going up against Omenihu today, and he looked pretty good. So, I mean, I think at this point it's learning. It's learning. It's getting the reps in. It's getting the mental stuff done. And then here in a few days, they're going to put pads on, and then he's going to get after it.
Right. That's when the real football starts, right? As much as it can up until the preseason. But I think you're right. I think that this offensive line has a higher ceiling than any that we've had in the last couple of years. So I think it is something to be excited about. Hopefully Josh Simmons pans out over there on the left side. That way we have our franchise left tackle that can protect Mahomes' blind side for the rest of his career. That's the hope, right? And then, of course, Jawan Taylor, he'll come back off that little knee cleanup. He'll be back in there. And then you'll have Jalen Moore, who can swing in behind these guys in case of injury. And that's something that we haven't had, man. Every time someone went down with an injury, or the fact that we just didn't have anybody at the left side, we've kind of had to plug and play random rookie or Wanye Morris or whoever. This year I feel a lot more, safe. It makes me feel a little bit more warm and fuzzy inside if something were to happen, that Jalen Moore is there and that we have some guys that can do all these things. And I'm really excited to see what old Kingsley Suamataia can do at left guard. Hopefully he wins that job and he does great there, and he'll have him a spot for the foreseeable future on the Chiefs' offensive line. And that's the key to Mahomes getting back to throwing the deep ball and this offense moving, right? It all starts up front with the offensive line. If they can protect him, we're going to see a lot of plays like we're seeing in these highlights right now.
Yeah, I think we've seen some positive signs over the first few days. Again, like you said, it all starts with the offensive line. I think we're all on that same page. I don't think anybody in the world doesn't think that. So we got to keep Mahomes clean. We got to keep his jersey clean. Don't be using the Tide. Don't use the Tide Boost. I don't want to be sponsored by them all season. Okay, we don't need that. But look, you've seen in the clip, Kelsey looks like he did slim down. It may not be 25 pounds like he said, but he did look quicker. He looked more agile. He looks lighter on his feet. He looks to have a little bit more burst. He don't look like he's running in quicksand. So Kelsey looks a lot better this season compared to when we watched him last year, Steve, and it looked like he needed a golf cart to get in.
He needed a hover round to get off the field.
Yeah, the dude needed a hover round. Like, he could not physically walk off the field. It looked like he was in pain.
It's like if I got out there and ran for
Right.
2 hours straight.
So he looks a lot better. It looks like that our wide receivers so far up to this point seem to be healthy. Rice don't seem to be hurting from that injury. Josh Simmons seems to be fully recovered. He's moving very well. Hollywood looks to be completely fine after like having that rough battle last year, which he was back, but still he seems to be looking good. We've seen some positive signs from Jalen Royals. We've seen some great catches out of Juju Smith-Schuster so far. Juju's, he must have heard people chirping and said, look, the young guys can't come in. I can still do this. And he showed it. Tyquan Thornton has been a standout so far. He has been catching everything, and Patrick Mahomes looks to have a nice little connection with him so far, and that is great. Yeah. Brenningstool's getting first-team snaps. Jared Wiley's been healthy and getting first-team snaps.
Rashard Smith getting first-team snaps in the slot, baby. How about that? Yeah. There's so much to unwrap about this offense right now, and what they're doing at camp so far. We're, 3 days in now, and we're seeing some things, and everybody's getting excited. We have a lot to unpack there, so we will. Here in just a few minutes. Let's get to this super chat by our boy Rob. The 2 Bomb says Christian Wilkins got released. Brett Veach season. I did see that. It's kind of odd that the Raiders went and paid him a bunch of money and then cut him.
Well, he hurt his foot in week 5 last year.
Yeah, I know. But
they wanted him to have surgery. He didn't want to do it. I don't think it's healed up. They cut him.
Right. And that's fine. And he says Brett Veach season here. I wouldn't plan on having Christian Wilkins on this team. They went and drafted Omar Norman a lot. And I don't think we want to pay that guy what he wants to be paid or what he should be paid, especially if there's some concerns with that foot.
Yeah, if there's 1 foot. No, yeah. But look, Steve, a lot of people might think that this is something the Chiefs could do. I tend to think he's just a little too out of our price tag. You know you're going to hear it. Like, I'm already seeing people that, like, do big podcasts and stuff around the kingdom already like, let's go do this. Let's do this. And I'm thinking,
right. They got that caviar taste with a bologna pocketbook there, don't they?
And it's like, come on, let's be a little bit real. I don't think we're going to be able to do that. I just don't. Like, I understand how great it would be, but I can't see him pulling that off.
Yeah. Appreciate the 2, Rob. Michael Flores says Steve probably still suffering from that judo peen chop when we drafted Royals. Love you guys. Appreciate you, my man. That might be why. I think I did develop a stutter after I judo chopped myself in the peen that day. So, I mean, maybe it's just flaring up right now because it's hot in this house. It's 150 degrees in Kentucky. And
dude, I hope. Look, I know camp's exciting, but let's not get the pain flaring. Okay? I don't want none of that. So simmer it down. Go jump in the shower. Go get a cold shower. Get something going. Get the peen down.
You would rather me talk with the stutter as opposed to fix it, huh?
I mean, the way you described it, I would not like that. So,
the original Huck, been a member for 14 months now, says haven't been as active in the chat, but I don't miss a video, gents. Love the content as always. Y'all are legendary. You're legendary, Huck. Appreciate you, my man. All good if you've been lurking. As long as everyone's watching these videos and hitting that like button and all that, that's all that matters. We appreciate you guys. Yeah, but man, let's unpack some of this stuff from camp. And I think the most exciting tidbit has to be between the 2 new guys, Rashard Smith and Jake Brenningstool. Those are the guys that got the most hype during OTAs, rookie camp, all that stuff. People are excited to see what wrinkle Rashard Smith's going to bring to the offense. People are excited to see if Jake Brenningstool can be some firepower for the Chiefs offense at the tight end position, especially with Kelsey kind of hitting his last leg here. But I think it was cool to see both of them getting first team snaps. And also, as we talked about with Bob from Buck and Bob on one of our latest episodes where we collabed with him, Brashard Smith might get used as a wide receiver more than a running back. So it's really cool to see what they're doing so far, man. And so far, they both look promising, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, I mean, that's two guys that people were very excited about in the offseason. I think a third one was probably Jalen Royals. He's kind of getting overlooked right now. Jalen Royals did take a few first-team snaps himself today. There's actually some guys that they're actually rotating in. Jake Brenning still got some first-team snaps on offense. Jalen Royals got a few. Let me see. Like you said, Brashard Smith got a few. Tyquan Thornton actually got a few. And if I'm not mistaken, you guys aren't going to like this, but Sky Moore got a first-team offense, a few runs there. So
of course,
that was kind of wild. But I'm telling you, you can't he's like that thing that just won't go away, right? Yeah, I don't want to compare him to a herp, but I mean, yeah, he's kind of like that, I guess. Like you're gonna have, if you miss a day of that topical cream, it's coming. what was that? A South Park song? He's like topical cream that wore it on your penis. I don't know, but
won't
anyway,
go
it's
away
hilarious.
unless you use a topical cream every day.
Yeah. Okay. So that's like Sky Moore, right?
That
so
is
you gotta
Sky
use
Moore.
that topical
Just
cream.
when you think he's gone, he hops back in here and it's like, surprise, mother.
So yeah, that was the offensive, and that was a few guys that were further down the depth chart perceived to get to the offense and get on some first team snaps. On the defensive side, Omar Norman Lott is taking some big snaps with the first team. Like he's finally starting to do it. And another thing I noticed today that was kind of weird. Speaking about the defense for just a second, because I'm sure we'll cover them a lot more in a minute. The first team defensive line was very weird today. They are still planning on starting Mike Dana over Charles Omenihu, Ashton Gelati, whoever it may be. Mike Dana is getting the first team reps over there, and George Karlaftis, and then they're giving them to Chris Jones, obviously.
Well,
and
I
I'm
will
pretty sure
use
Mike
that.
Cannell got a few.
I will use that as a talking point here. Okay, it's exciting to see Brashard Smith first team offense. It's exciting to see Jake Brenningstool first team offense. It's exciting to see Jalen Royals first team offense. But when you got Mike Dana on your first team defense, that just shows you it doesn't really matter what they do in camp. It's probably not how it's going to go when the season kicks off.
It's not exciting, right?
Here's my thing. Mike Dana, love the guy, right? He's been a solid. He's kind of been hurt here and there, but he's a high effort guy. He's done some great things, and he always kicks the Chargers' ass, and I love him for that. But he should not be the starting edge rusher over there. More than likely, it's going to be Omenihu with Gelati behind him. We'll see Dana rotate in. But that just shows you they're getting different looks with different guys for a reason. You know, like a lot of people think, and like I mentioned yesterday on our members-only live stream, but there were some other Chiefs content creators that were like, oh, look, they're going to have Jalen Moore starting at right tackle just like we all thought. And it's like, no, if you pay attention, Jawan Taylor is on the PUP list. He had that knee cleanup. He's going to start at right tackle if he is
sadly,
healthy.
I know that's gonna people.
Why
not
is it
like
sadly?
This, but it's coming.
Like I think this is one of those things where everybody's just got to
coming back to him starting. Like as soon as he's ready, he's going to go back in there.
But why is that sadly? I feel like everyone's got to set their feelings aside here and be like, you know what? He got a bunch of penalties.
Well,
who gives a shit?
Look, he's
still the best right tackle on the team.
But you
start
still got to
him.
get it together. Jalen Moore could be great. He could be the tackle next year. I get it. But I'm just
you're paying him $20 million this year.
Right.
You're going to get every penny's worth.
Well, you're getting really fired up over this. I'm just trying to say that a lot of Chiefs Kingdom does not like him, and they think this is the crack in the armor that's going to cause the whole dam to break, and he's losing his job now. I'm saying no. Like, sadly, you might want that, but it's probably not going to happen. There's a 99.9% chance it's not happening. But, Steve, back to what you were saying about the defensive line. That first team, fine. The second team was not who you actually said about Gelati and Omenihu. Omenihu actually got to play on the second team. Jerry Tillery, Marlon Tuipulotu, and then the other side was Felix Enudike Uzama. It was not Gelati. Gelati actually come in on the third team and rotated with Robinson, the guy we picked up. So on the other side of that was Herring, and then in the middle on the third team was Keziah Izzard and Levette. So I'm pretty sure Levette got some first team looks today as well, Fabian Levette. So
Could this be the year
moving
that
him
they
up and
don't
down.
take Malik Herring on the 53-man roster?
There's a very big possibility, in my opinion. I think that they're too deep. If Gelati shows that he is that guy that they think they can get some early snaps to quick, and Enudike Uzama picks it up, if he finally gets to, God, he don't even got to get to like 99% of the player. Felix Enudike Uzama's got to get to like 75 to 80% of the player he could be, and that is better than Malik Herring. And I don't dislike Malik Herring, but it's just the truth.
Well, I mean, Felix has a high ceiling. He's just not even scratched it yet, right?
Dude, I'm starting to like root for Felix an awful lot. Like, I was thinking about that last night, and I was like, man, a lot of people's been down on Felix. We've been kind of down on Felix.
Mike, you better stop. Chiefs
But
Kingdom's
I
going to come
want
get
him-
you.
No, but I want him to do well. He's from the area. Like, he went to school there. He gives a lot back to the community. He's a good kid. I want him to do good. I want him to do well.
Right.
I'm going to root. I hope that he has a good season.
Well, Mike,
this year,
we did
because
a
I
lot-
think he could be lethal.
We did a lot of analysis on Felix Enudike Uzama in that draft class.
Yeah.
And that kid was so good at K-State, and he had a
Dude,
lot
he
of
had a
stuff to
bag of
offer.
tricks, baby.
He was pretty polished up to be coming into the league, and we thought he'd be a decent pick. We didn't think he might have warranted a first-round pick, but
That was a little
mid-second,
high.
I think would have been good for Felix, and Felix just hasn't done it yet. And I know his opportunities have been limited, but at the same time, he's not showing enough to stay out there more. And I think that this is the year that's huge for him and how his future looks with the Chiefs. He's kind of having one of those Sky Moore years from last season, right? Where, like, if you don't do anything this year, everyone's done. They're done with you,
Right.
right? Because everyone's completely done with Sky Moore. I don't know anyone in this entire chat right now that wants him to be on this roster. And that's exactly where Felix Enudike Uzama is going to be next season if he doesn't perform this year.
So, Felix, God, it feels like he's been in the league for 10 years already.
Just
doesn't it?
Just two.
Right. So this is going into his third year. This is the exact same thing as Sky Moore got last year. Like, we were saying, okay, look, year three's it. We were giving Sky Moore a little bit of a leash. He hung himself with it. Okay. That's what he did. Straight up. He went out. He had 2 targets, dropped 2 passes. He's done. He's gone. He's probably going to be on the roster this year because Andy Reid can't let him go. But anyway, the point is, this is Felix's year. If Felix comes out and does the equivalent of that and just gets completely pancaked over and over again and trips trying to get to the quarterback, like, he's going to fall in that same boat, just like you said. Like, he's got to get over the hump this year. Year
Right.
3 is your year. You've got to do it.
Well, I think as fans, too, you have to be realistic. There's a massive rotation at defensive end this season. We just talked about all the different guys that are going to be getting snaps. So I think it can't be Felix has to come out and get 12 sacks or more, or like really just disrupt every game. I think it's got to be more of what's he doing with the limited snaps that he's getting.
Yeah.
Is he getting pressure? Is he, taking care of the end there, staying in his run lanes, doing all the little things? It's not just about all the stats at the end of the year. I think you really got to focus on what he does with his limited snaps, because I highly doubt he's going to be out there a ton, right? Unless he just starts going off. So I think it's really just, you're going to have to pay attention. You're going to have a little bit of grace with him. It's hard to, because he's a first-round pick, and you want instant gratification from a first-round pick.
Yeah.
And that's just not what you're getting with Felix. But I do
It
think that you're
doesn't-
going to have to kind of take it slow there and see what he does
Yeah.
with his limited snaps.
Like, when you look at this roster and you look at this team and you just think about it, like when you just passively think about it, you don't think about this defensive line, especially the edge. You don't think about the edge being very deep. Like, you just don't think about it being deep, but it actually is pretty deep. You're not getting rid of Omenihu, and you're not getting rid of Mike Dana, and you're not getting rid of, obviously, you're not getting rid of Felix. He was just here.
Or Gelati,
You're
or
not
anybody
getting
like
rid of
that,
Carl
right?
Loftus. You just got him. So you're already 4 deep, okay? They're only going to take 6. So they're not getting rid of Gelati, like you just said. You just drafted him. So it's going to come down, if they take 6, it's going to come down to like Malik Herring, Robinson. That's going to be it right in there. Like, that's your guys. It's coming down to all that. And then I think they'll probably take 3 or 4 on the inside. And that's probably going to be Pinnell, Chris Jones, Tillery, and
Omar Norman Lott.
That's where it feels. So it feels like Levet and Kozai Izzard and even
Now, they
Tua
will take
Peloton
extra-
just don't have a chance.
They've taken more than 4 at DT before, and I think that
Right, so
happens
maybe
more
they
often
go
than
5
not.
and 5.
Yeah, I think so because you got a lot of guys that can kick it inside and out, right? That's what Spags likes to do. So I think you got guys like Charles O'Menahue that can go inside and out. You got guys like Chris Jones who go inside and out. Jerry Tillery does that. There's a few guys that do that. So I think that they can kind of be a little more free with what they do with the defensive line. They can almost, lump it all together like they do the secondary, right?
Where so it's if like, you went 5 and 5, name the 10. Let's name the 10 really quick.
That's really tough, but I think if I had to right now, I would start with obviously Chris Jones.
Yeah.
And then I think you're looking at George Karlaftis, Mike Dana, Charles O'Menahue. Let's go Omar Norman Lott. Felix Anudike-Uzama.
6. Gelati's making this team.
Ashton Gelati's making the team. Mike Pinnell's probably making the team.
So you got 2 more spots.
I'm missing somebody obvious too. Hold on.
Yeah, out of Herring, Zard, Levette, Robinson, Tillery. Tillery's probably going to make it.
Tillery will make it.
Tui Pelotu is there.
I think if there's any surprises, it would be like a 5th defensive tackle and be like Keziah Zard. If there's like a surprise. Or right, Fabian Levette, either deep. One. Yeah.
Levette, Izard, they both got a shot there. Even Tui Pelotu's not completely written off, in my opinion. I don't think he can be. He wasn't horrible. He was a wrestler back in high school. He's got pretty good leverage and things. So we'll see. They did some good stuff today. Tillery would have had a sack today. He looked really, really good. O'Menahue batted down a pass today. He looked pretty good in his limited work. There was a lot of good things there on the defense, but let's shift off the defensive line a little bit. Let's go back to the offense. Steve, there was one guy that we didn't talk about that I said was kind of got everybody pumped up when we drafted him. That was our boy, Jalen Royals. He actually ran a little bit with the first team today. He's a guy that's getting overlooked a little bit because he's not had those highlight reel plays just yet. Tyquan Thornton's got that so far. Nico's had a standout day so far. Juju's had a couple standout catches. And then, of course, Rice has just been dominant. Hollywood, Xavier Worthy, all those guys demand attention. Royals, and this is why this room's so deep, Royals is probably number 5 solidly, but he's just getting like swamped with even guys below him making highlight catches. Right. But today, he had a nice one. They blitzed off the edge. It was a blitz off the edge, tight coverage. Mahomes threw the ball in, one-handed grab. Pulls it down, one-handed snag. Looked beautiful. So shout out Jalen Royals. You finally got a highlight reel. Funny thing is, Chiefs didn't put it out. Nobody had video of it. Poor Jalen Royals.
It's just it's an urban legend. Man. We don't even know if it actually happened.
Yeah, maybe not have happened,
May or may not have happened. But no, that's the thing with Jalen Royals, right? Because whether he is the 5th receiver on the team or the 6th, he's going to be there. They're not going to let him go. No. So he's obviously going to be on this roster. But I think that next spot is still the talking point, that 6th spot. I think Nico Remigio has a good edge on people because of what he was able to do last year in the return game. But then again, I've said over and over again, this isn't the year that you make this roster by just being a return guy. Like, you're going to have to offer something else with it because there's too many guys that can do it. But I also think you got Sky Moore, who's going to be right there around that cut line just because of his experience with the offense and with the team and everything like that. And we know that Andy and them are pretty loyal to a fault sometimes. But I think they really like Tyquan Thornton, right? Like, they've talked a lot about this kid. This is a guy that we know could be really good. He just got in a really bad situation after he got drafted by the Patriots when they sucked ass.
Right.
And I think that he could be really good. If him and Mahomes are on the same page, the way they look early in camp, he could almost be a lock on this roster because if you got a guy that's 6'2", 6'3", running a 4.2 40, and he's got great chemistry with Mahomes, you're not letting that walk away.
Right. Yeah, I totally agree. Casey Kidd was at camp today. Appreciate you being here, Casey Kidd. He said,
I seen it.
I seen it. And he said it was a slant. So, yeah, beat the blitz, got a little slant, got a little one-hander, baby. So, it was nice, man. It was pretty nice. So, look, I'm excited for him. But Thornton, Steve, that kid right there is just having himself an off season. Like, he right now, in my opinion, is in the driver's seat for wide receiver 6. And I think that's above Sky Moore. It's got to be. The only reason, dude, if Sky Moore makes this team over frickin' Tyquan Thornton after the offseason he's had. Because, look, this offseason is almost as comparable as the Khalif Hallisey offseason.
It just got started, brother. It just got started. Let's wait and see.
But, dude, 3 days in, and he's got this kind of like just the cohesiveness with Mahomes. That's tough. We've seen receivers be here two years. Look, Justin Watson never had that kind of stuff with Mahomes hardly. Like, there were so many times they wasn't on the same page. Justin Ross couldn't get on the same page half the time with Mahomes.
Right.
But this kid's been able to do it this
quickly. Those are two different beasts, right? Justin Ross is a guy that can't get separation to save his life. You got to throw him a 50-50 ball or run him out of the slot and try to match him up against linebackers. That's the only way that you're getting anything out of Justin Ross, and that's just not what we decided to do with him, and it didn't work. Tyquan Thornton runs a 4.2 40. This guy's insanely fast. He does get separation, and I think he offers you a lot more than what Justin Ross would. I understand Justin Ross was kind of projected to be a second to third round pick before the neck injury and all that became a big deal. But Tyquan Thornton was a second round pick, and there were a lot of teams that wanted him. Okay, and unfortunately, he got drafted by the Patriots. Like I said, they sucked, but then it was Mac Jones as his quarterback. It just didn't work out. But what's more motivation for somebody than that? Like, you were a highly touted wide receiver coming out of college. You have a lot to offer. You have blazing speed. You have the height. You got the hands. And you get stuck on a team where you're not even allowed to showcase yourself because the offense stinks so bad. But then all of a sudden, you get a second chance at life with freaking Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. So he's highly motivated here. This is where he can show himself and show what he actually is, and also secure himself a career that's going to be lasting in the NFL. Because right now, the way he kind of was a bust coming out of the draft, second rounder, never did nothing. If he does it again here, then all of a sudden he becomes a guy that's barely making rosters the rest of his career, right?
Right. Well, look, he's sub 4.3. I'm pretty sure that's what he ran coming out of college. The kid's big. He's got good size. I think the Chiefs right now have him like they're trusting him with a lot of special teams. I think he's running some gunner right now. I think he
right.
maybe is even like taking some punt returns and things like that. So I think that they're giving him a fair opportunity, and that's one thing. Andy's giving him a fair opportunity. So if he struggles in the preseason, he's in bad spots, he has some bad drops, and then he just gets cut, cool. But I was saying this right before. Khalif Hallisey had one of the best off seasons you could have asked for as a new player coming into a team trying to get a spot. And he was in a great situation. He's with Spags and a defense that likes to come up and press man. It's the year we're getting rid of L'Jarius Sneed. Gone. And the kid had like 2 picks in the preseason. Like, you couldn't.
And he was the prototype Steve Spagnuolo cornerback.
So even if Tyquan Thornton has a hell of an off season, it is still 1,000% possible they just take Nico, Sky Moore, go to the house. The Chiefs have been known to do this over and over.
Very, very, very possible. But we'll see how it goes. Sometimes we even talked about how we feel like Andy Reid just already has his mind made up, right?
Yeah.
Like, and they go through camp, they go through the motions, and it's great for the team, right? A grueling camp, getting the reps in, getting the conditioning in, learning the offense and all that. But sometimes I feel like he already knows who he wants on this squad. And it's very, very hard for guys to get in there.
Yeah.
I think so. I think Tyquan Thornton's definitely one of those guys that could break that here. And I think that Tyquan Thornton could be the first Brett Veach signing that was like a failed draft pick high in the draft that we actually get something out of. Because we've tried that.
Anti-Kadarius?
We've tried that with DeAndre Baker at cornerback. We've tried that with Kadarius Toney at wide receiver, but they didn't pan out. This guy could be the one, right? And he definitely he hits he checks some boxes that we need checked. Shout out Bryant Williamson. Hear ye. We got a 10 bomb, baby. Let's go. Hope you're doing good, brother. Yeah, appreciate you. Thanks for that. Yeah, man. I think it's pretty exciting what this offense could be. I think that obviously it's just getting started in camp. It's also practice. Everybody's got to temper their expectations, right? Yeah. But at the same time, get a little horny. It's okay. You had a long off season.
It's okay.
You've been building it up for months. It's just there. It's raging, and you can't do nothing with it, so you might as well get a little excited. Football's back.
Yeah, for sure. But I do, just talking, like putting a little bow on the receiver room. I do think Nico Ramijo is he's getting some opportunity to attribute to the offense, not just special teams. And he's looked decent doing it. So props to him. Tyquan Thornton's getting some shots. Props to him. He's not screwing it up. I've not seen anything out of Sky Moore, per usual. Okay. So you would think he's behind those two at least. Sadly, I've not seen anything out of Elijah Badger so far. And I've seen a few things out of Magdalena. That's wild. There's been more Magdalena sightings than Sky Moore and Elijah Badger, sadly, but there it is. And that's just the way it is. Even Hal Presley caught a pass today, Steve. The kid we just picked up, Hal Presley caught a nice ball.
Yeah, man. Mike,
Mr.
you know what
Hal
they're going to
Presley.
put outside of Arrowhead Stadium if Sky Moore doesn't make the roster this year?
I don't know.
I shall call you Boner Thorith. The mighty Boner Thorith.
Everybody in there, baby, going to be rocked up to no end.
Yeah,
But
for real.
he might kill it. He might kill it for everybody. He might ruin the mood. I'm just saying. Might do it. We'll see. We'll see how it pans out. I think it's going to be fun to keep your eye on that. But like you said, with the Khalif Hallisey thing, it's very hard to tell what Andy's going to do, even if somebody's performing at a high level.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a lot more that goes into it other than just their performance at practice, right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of different things go into it, and a lot of it we don't see.
Steve, Andy Reid talked a little bit about Jake Brenningstool today in his presser. He talked a little bit about Tyquan Thornton, talked a little bit about Jalen Royals. So we've talked about all three of these guys so far, right? Andy, this is what he had to say about Brenningstool, and I'm quoting this here, okay? I'll just quote this right here. He says, Brett Veach gets the credit for that one. So he gives Brett Veach the credit for Jake Brenningstool. He says he loved him, loved what he saw, and so far the kid has done a nice job. Again, let's see how he does when things get going. He's working in there. Looks like the quarterbacks trust him. They're throwing it to him. That's a positive. Look, props to Brett Veach. Brett Veach is a dog. Okay?
Mike.
The shout out McAfee. He's a dog. That's
I
what
had
he
Jake
is.
Brenningstool as my number 9 wide receiver. When me and you were trying to come up with
That's
our
pretty
top
high
10.
for a wide receiver.
I meant tight end. When me and
Okay,
you were
that's
trying to
better.
come in up with our tight end rankings.
Yeah, you did. You had him in top 10. I'll give you credit for that.
Yeah, and we kind of collaborated and we weaseled him out.
Yeah, he settled at 11.
But I think that's just because I didn't stand up to you properly. I should have been like, you know what, Jake Brenningstool's
you could have stood up to me properly, but I just simply argued it, and I would have
No,
been
but
right.
the reason why I
drafted.
accidentally said wide receiver a minute ago is because that's what comes to mind when you see Jake Brenningstool play football, right? He's just a big wide receiver.
Yeah, he's a poor man's Colston Loveland. I've said this time and time again.
Yeah,
That's
man.
how he plays.
Super exciting though, man. I just feel like he could be pretty explosive on the offense, and that's what the Chiefs want. They tried so hard to get that from Jody Fortson,
Yeah.
but the poor guy couldn't stay healthy enough to do it. And when he was out on the field, there were some big plays to Jody. It's just there was no consistency there. So maybe Jake Brenningstool can fill that hole.
Yeah. So Andy Reid on Jalen Royals. This is what he has to say about Jalen Royals. He looks like he's very smart. During our third install here today, we load up him with plays early, and he's been able to retain all of those things. The newer stuff from before, the new stuff we've introduced now, that's a good sign. He also made some catches. So Jalen Royals, again, today showed that he's finally, like, I think it was just, it's kind of a rookie thing, man. You got to get in there. You've never been through camp before. Steve, the first time me and you ever went to a football camp, it was like you just woke up in another world. It was the wildest thing you've ever did. You're away from home. It's hot. It's not comfortable. You're sleeping in a dorm room bed. You're eating crappy food. Like, everything sucks. Okay?
Right.
You're just not comfortable. And you're away from your family. You're away from your friends. You know, it's weird. It's weird, and it takes a few days to get assimilated to it. And I think he finally did that today. I really do. So I think Jalen's going to have a pretty good camp going forward. And then the last one was Tyquan Thornton. I wanted to let you hear what he said on him. He said, I really like what I've seen. He's working hard. He's made some big catches, working his routes, playing physical in his transition game. He's just got to keep coming. We're still young in this thing, so we've got to keep bringing it. So he's saying, look, he's looked good so far, but we're 3 days in. You got to keep bringing it. I think we all know that. There's nothing, there's nothing weird about that. But if you look at all the things in 11 on 11, if you look at all Mahomes' targets that he threw to his receivers, he threw 4 to Rice, 4 to Worthy, 2 to Brown, 2 to Kelsey, 2 to Jalen Royals. 1 to Brownlee, 1 to Noah Gray, 1 to Isaiah Pacheco, 1 to Tyquan Thornton in 11 on 11s. So there it was. So Jalen Royals actually got more targets than Pacheco and Noah Gray, who run with the first team all the time, just about,
Right.
if you're playing a 12 personnel. And then you've got Thornton, who we said has been the camp darling, but yet Mahomes targeted Royals one more time than Thornton. So I think that they trust Jalen Royals a lot. I really do. And I think just going forward, we're going to see a lot more Jalen Royals for sure.
I think so too, man. He's just too good, and we got such a great deal on him. I think he's going to be fun in this offense. Mike, how's this one for your map, buddy? We got somebody from down under in here, mate. Let's freaking go. How about it?
Dude, I got to get the map going. I can't
Get
do a
that
world
map
map
going.
There ain't no way. We'll have America. We'll have Australia.
Yeah. About
Maybe
time
have a
says
Canadian.
about time says we're weird. Man, we are kind of weird. But at least we have a personality. We don't claim to be lawyers or doctors or state senators or football experts like some of the guys around here. But we do have fun, and we're normal people, and we're football fans, and we're right about a lot more stuff. So, I mean, I think it's a cool place to hang out. I'm just saying. Just saying.
I have fun. Hey, but look, he is right. We are pretty weird. I posted yesterday. I was like, is it strange that like I wake up every day and I just do Chiefs football all day long? It's just really odd. It's a weird fascination. It's a weird thing that's now become my job. It's weird. It really is. It's just really odd. I posted it and I was like, we have an addiction. Like we are legalized addicts of the Kansas City Chiefs. And I don't know if that's
Of
a bad thing.
course. We are. It just is what it is. It's funny because we pour so many hours into this channel and it's constant Chiefs, constant Chiefs, constant Chiefs. But, man, I'm dreaming about the damn Chiefs. I think I was hanging out with Patrick Mahomes the other night in my dreams. Like,
Bro.
it's nonstop. We have a problem.
I had a nightmare over the summer. I had a nightmare a few weeks ago, and you want to know what it was? I did hang out with Patrick Mahomes, and you know what they did? Him and Brittany took the opportunity to say, bro, now that we're friends, will you watch these kids while we go over here and have dinner? And I had to watch the children all
Don't
night.
you add them to my crew.
Look, I had
don't
to
you
watch
do
his
that.
children all freaking night,
Nay,
man.
nay.
They were running me ragged out there. I was playing blocks. I was chasing them around. I was like, this is hard.
Mike
I
Dream,
wanna
you
wake
should
up.
have said, you are worth $500 million. Could you please just get a nanny and leave me
Hire
the
a
hell
nanny,
alone?
bro.
Come on.
Quit coming to ACU. Man, I wanted to shout this out before we go forward a little bit and get Brian. Dude, if you're not a member yet, please become a member. It's $4.99. It's so easy to sign up.
$4.99 a month, baby. Just go ahead and
Sometimes.
subscribe to that bad boy.
Right. Sometimes people will throw out some some free
Gifted.
ones, some gifteds. You could get that, but if you don't, it's awesome. Last night we had a members only. We give away Kingsley Suamataia, the gold jersey,
Signed
Sorry,
by the
I'll
man
get it right in a
himself.
autographed by Kingsley himself to give away to you guys. Somebody won that last night, Steve, and it was a underdog story. The kid had been a member for 2 days.
He
Came to
got
his
gifted a
first members
membership.
only.
He came into the members only live stream to
And
thank
won that.
whoever got him the membership.
Right.
And he won the signed jersey.
So look, you get a chance to win this once a month. There's
You gotta
always
do
going to
it.
be a cool jersey. We've got some cool stuff coming in from a lot of dudes, man. I've got a signed football sitting right here that I could show you that I want to give away next
No
month.
matter how much trash we talk, they still like us for some reason. They'll send us stuff.
Well,
So, yeah, you know.
do what you got to do.
Hear ye, shirt. We are arriving once again to whoop some ass.
Let's go.
We're running it back again. Yeah, so I think the Chiefs are going to 4 straight Super Bowls, and I'm going to stick with that all season. It's just how dominant are they going to be? That's what this camp's telling me. How dominant is the offense going to be? Do we need a hear ye shirt, though? That's what Bryant's saying. Bryant, if you'll buy one, I'll make it. Shane, been a member for 21 months now. What's up, my man? He says, ACU ain't weird. ACU is real. I appreciate it, but we are kind of weird. It's all good, though, my man.
Yeah, we're a little
We're
weird.
real weird. That's what we
Hey,
are.
if you want to see how we act in real life, you got that opportunity because on August 2nd we're going to be at Zarda in Blue
How we act in
Springs.
real life. Exactly how we act here, actually. You know?
Exactly how we act here. We're going to be in Zarda, Blue Springs. I'll bring this up for you guys. Look, Chew with the Crew. This is our 3rd annual. So
Get
come on
to
out.
it.
If you guys are watching right now, come on out. Come have some barbecue with us. You just come in, order your own barbecue. You can order as little as you like, as much as you like. There's no cost. There's no nothing. Come sit in the back, hang out with us. We're going to give away free posters. We're going to give away some stuff. We're going to have everybody in this chat that you get to talk to. There's going to be a few people there. Steve, it's always a fun time. It's a great time, actually. I have fun doing it, and it's going to be August 2nd, 7 to 9
August
p.m.
2nd.
at Zarda in Blue Springs.
We'd like to see the biggest turnout yet this year. We were a little late on announcing it, so we got to really pump it in there. But you got to spread the word. And if you're close, come hang out for a little while. Don't be shy. It'll be a good time. And everyone always has fun. So just do it. Just
gonna be
do
fun.
it. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to meet everybody. It's always fun. And see the guys that we've met in the past as well. Always good catching up with everybody. Mike, I hear that train rolling in, baby. The legend himself, Peter Ortiz, is in the house with the 5 gifted memberships. Let's freaking go, Peter.
Peter is the man.
Hey, Peter's just trying to help some of you guys maybe win a jersey next time. You know?
Yeah.
He's sharing the love. He's doing Lord's work. Shout out Peter.
Shout out Peter.
Peter consistently as hell donates to this channel and helps us
Yeah, he
grow
is.
and everything else. He's awesome.
He's helping us grow, man. Steve, we hit
Put some
190.
legendaries in the chat for him.
Right, we hit 190 members. Now, look, we've been way above that before.
Yeah,
but
it's been a little weak this
YouTube,
off season.
The whole crap that happened with YouTube. If you guys are OGs, you'll remember that, like that debacle. But anyway, going forward, we're trying to hit like 500. We think it would be so sick to have 500 members. Peter
Yeah.
helps us grow it. If you're on the fence, $4.99, you get some cool stuff. You get cool emojis. You get all kinds of stuff. You even get a percentage off in the store. Which, by the way, Steve, you're setting up a new store. It's not completely up yet, I don't think.
Right.
But a new store.
Yeah,
Our old store had a few problems.
Yeah, a little behind the scenes there.
yeah.
People were having trouble with shipping times, and I think we had a couple people that didn't even get their stuff and had to go through a whole process, and we're not about that.
It was
Like,
a
if
very
you-
reputable place, too. Teespring? Like, who doesn't know Teespring?
Right. And there's a lot more going on behind the scenes that you don't know that's kind of ridiculous, too. But out with them, in with the new. We got a new store getting ready to launch, so be on the lookout for that. And by the way, I'm just going to tell you right now, don't go to that store and buy anything, please. Just wait till this new store drops. Just do that. Appreciate the gifted memberships, Peter. And then we got a 5-bomb from Rob Miller. Says the 2026 draft class will be defense heavy. Defensive tackle, edge, strong safety, and cornerback, plus a running back and a wide receiver, of course. Mike, you think they get another second-round wide receiver? No, I'm just kidding. Jalen Royals was a 4th-rounder. But, you know, it's funny that they've been always getting a second-round wide receiver. If you go back and look at McCole Hardman, Sky Moore, who was the other kid we just got? Wow, it's slipping my mind. Oh, Rashee Rice. And now I feel like Jalen
Probably
Royals.
the best one. You're just so
Jalen-
used to having bad guys, you couldn't think of Rasheed Rice.
Jalen Royals, for all intents and purposes, was a 2nd-round wide receiver.
He should have been a second-round pick.
But we just got him. We got him at a bit of a bargain price. He had that blue sticker on him at the Goodwill, and Brett Veach cashed in.
You got Tyquan Thornton, too. He was a second-rounder. We
Man.
love the second-round wide receivers. Was Hollywood Brown a second-round pick? I think
Probably.
he was late first, wasn't he?
I don't
was
know. I'm
borderline
gonna have to go
second.
look at that. I don't remember.
I think he was like pick 27 or 28.
Micah girl Brenda here with 5 gifted memberships. Let's freaking go, Brenda.
Brenda's awesome.
Brenda's an OG. Brenda's been
Let's
around
go.
since we started this dang thing.
Yeah, for sure.
So shout out Brenda. Appreciate
Brenda's
you. If y'all get
awesome.
any of those
We-
memberships, thank them in the chat, please.
Yeah, we got it's like the best subs. Like, you guys are awesome.
Oh yeah.
And you guys do so much. Like I said, again, if you can't donate, if you can't buy, if you can't do things, you don't have to. You know what helps us and what helps the channel grow? Just when we release a video, go watch that thing. Like it, share it, put a comment for the algorithm. Just little things like that grow this bad boy. And the bigger we get, better we get, everything works out. One of these days, Steve, maybe we'll be able to hire an editor.
You think?
That would be amazing. Could you imagine we had 4 editors?
I'm gonna go hire a bunch of editors.
Dude, I wish. I'm tired. Dude, I do this all the time. I'm tired of editing. Like, I didn't
Oh.
go to college for this.
There's a easy 80 to 100 hours put in a week between the two of us.
Right. I didn't
It's
do
insane.
this. Like, I don't understand editing. No, I'm joking. I've had to learn it. Imagine that. I didn't think 4 years ago I'd be learning how to do editing and doing a YouTube
You're
channel.
doing
It's
you're doing
wild.
well though. You're doing well though, right? It's kind of like a part of it I passed off to you. I handed you the baton because I was just swamped. And we've kind of been splitting the editing
Trial
and
by
it's
fire.
awesome. I kind of like it. I think it's cool.
I don't mind it.
It's got our
fun.
fingerprints. It's got both of our fingerprints on every video.
What's sad, though, is when you work and you're done, you're like, masterpiece created. And then you
Nobody
check your
clicks it.
analytics 2 hours later, and it's like, your subs did not watch this video. They hate you. And
They
I'm
don't
like,
give a
"Oh."
rat's ass
That's
about
what it
this,
said.
bro.
You might as well say, look, YouTube should just send me a message that said, your subs don't give a rat's ass about that work of art you put into for 9 hours. And I get sad. I get bummed. I don't even have lunch that day. I just go sit in a dark room and cry because I wasted 9 hours of my life.
But then you remember that everybody has real lives to take care of. Bryant with the 5 bomb. Let's freaking go, Bryant. Thanks for the support,
go.
brother. Let's go. Chan Scoots. Yes, we've collaborated with Cole at HBTC a couple times. We tried to do it again, but he wouldn't get back to us this time, so we haven't got anything done before camp started. So
Yeah, I don't know.
probably won't be seeing that anytime soon. Now that camp's kicked
everybody's
off.
getting into that swamped time of the year. So
Yep, for sure. Hope everybody's doing well, by the way. Do us a favor. If you haven't hit the like button yet, go do that. I said earlier I wanted to get this thing over 150. We're like at over 100, a little over 100.
we're over
so
100 now. We'll get to 150.
go click the
Surely.
like button. It just takes 2 seconds. It's easy. It's simple. It helps your boys out. You know, all that good stuff. And Peter, the legend himself, you're not going to let it get quiet in here today, baby. With
Peter
a
Ortiz,
25.
the 25 bomb.
Let's go, baby. He says, do you think I will get my tea ordered about 10 days ago? You will get your stuff. If you ordered it, you're
should
going to
be
get
getting
it.
Yeah. The problem is they are not paying us out for what you guys are ordering. And so we said, we got to go somewhere else. These
Well,
guys are
that, and we've
stealing.
had a couple people that have had
Yeah.
trouble. But I will say that, as far as that goes,
I would say 99%'s got their orders.
yeah,
for sure.
that's not been like a
99.9.
huge deal, but it becomes a huge deal when they want to steal, so
Yeah.
that becomes a problem.
You know, there's a little thing in life called integrity. And if you're
Yeah.
a multi-million-dollar company that wants to steal from a small YouTube channel, look, YouTube's already done that to us.
Yeah.
Facebook's already done that to us. You name it, we've been stolen from countless times. It cracks
Yep.
me up, dude. Like, people hate us. The universe.
It happens. It happens. For some reason, things can't go normal. Did someone really ban Janae? I'm pretty sure that had to be an accident. Mike, you might need to fix that one.
Wait, who banned Janae?
I don't know, but it says it in my chat. Janae
just
Raines
seen
was
that,
banned.
too. I'll get her from the pit. Janae, hang on down in the pit. She said,
I don't know what you did, but don't ever do it again, Janae. This
she might be. Hey, look, it shouldn't be hard because did we clear the pit?
No, we never did. Extend the hand and get her out of
Come
there, though.
on.
You got to get Janae out of the pit.
I wasn't sure
Sammy
if you
Joe
cleared
with the
the
2
pit.
bomb. Let's go, baby. Says really hoping we can get Dylan. She likes throwing this name at me because she knows I can't say it right.
Yeah,
But she wants them in round 1. Dylan T. She wants them in round 1. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and say this. I have no idea what next year's draft class looks like because I put so much time into this year's draft class. I haven't even looked at it yet. So I will look into Dylan T, though, see how he is, Sammy Joe. I would like to see that. You were pretty spot on about a lot of the prospects this year, so I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it on that one. And then we got a 2 bomb from Flapjack. Says, what's up, my snow bunnies? What's up, Flapjack? Flapjack was being a pervert on X.
I seen that. He was being no pervert. He's being wild.
He said, I didn't appreciate that, Flapjack.
Flapjack
Oh.
made me sad. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, no one knows what we're talking about. There's a
Okay,
picture of me, Mike, and
hold
Pops
up.
in the snow. What?
Hold up. I'm going through the freaking pit. I'm going through the pit of people, the losers of the world that we've banished to the pit of doom. And I run across a name, and somebody had a burner account. Okay, who makes burners to mess with a Chiefs YouTube channel?
Losers.
And their name was all chiefed down, not all chiefed up. How funny is that you took the time? I'm glad I got under your skin that much. that
Nerd
you made
alert.
A channel named All Chiefed Down, and you didn't even spell it right. So cool. Thanks.
What a
Dude, I
loser.
cannot find Janae, by the
She's
way.
in
And whoever
there.
All Chiefed Down is, look, props. I'm going to undo them here and see if they come back to
Get
the
them
chat.
back on the show.
Look, I'm getting
Pull them
out
from
of
the pit.
They're out of the
Hey.
pit. I'm going to see them back on the show.
Appreciate the 2-bomb Flapjack. And then Amy Casey gifted out a freaking membership. Let's go, Amy. Appreciate you. If you guys got that membership, make sure to thank her in the chat. You guys are freaking legends. Let's go. All Chief down. What about that?
Chief down. Imagine just like hating, like of all the things in life you could hate, 2 dudes on the internet that talk about the Chiefs. And that's just like that.
If you have
that
enough
bothered
time to
you
make a
so
fake
bad.
burner account to do anything, you have to get a life. That's just, I can't imagine having time to make burner accounts to do anything. Even if I wanted to do some evil bidding somewhere under an alias, I still wouldn't have time to do it. So props to whoever that loser is, because he's got plenty of time on their hands. Sammy Joe with another 2-bomb says, I was so pleased Royals dropped far enough for us. Obviously I was. I hit myself in the balls. I was so happy about it. If you remember that.
Did.
Jalen Royals was a guy that I had my eye on from the beginning of the draft process. I thought that he fit the offense well. He did a lot of things well. He reminded me of Rashee Rice. Mike said, hey, man, I see a little bit of Jamar Chase in that kid, the way he can just get loose after he got the ball in his hands. And I was like, oh, really? And I watched more tape, and I started to see that too. And it was insane that he fell like he did. And I just knew when that pick was coming up. If you go back and watch that live stream, I was like, it's going to be Jalen Royals. It's got to be. There's no way they can pass him up. So, yeah, I was super excited about that. Mike, did you find Janae yet?
No.
Hashtag free Janae in the chat.
Do you remember?
Hashtag free Janae.
Yeah. Do you remember when somebody else got banned and it just didn't put them in? It takes a little while to put it in. So I've got 2 options. I just let everybody out of the pit. I have a jailbreak, or she just got to wait.
She'll come back. Janae, I don't know what you did, but let's work on that. We can't be getting you. We can't be getting you thrown in the pit.
I just kind of want to jailbreak everybody.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do
Remove
it.
all hidden users.
Hey.
You ready?
Hey, let's do it. Should we release the Kraken? We'll get some people back in here to make fun of them, put them back in the pit. What's better than putting a slap nut in the pit?
I know,
Putting them
I
in
love
there
putting stuff
twice.
in the pit. Look, let's do this on air for everybody to see. I'm going to open up the pit.
Julia, you're right. Ray got sent to the Shadow Realm one time, and we had to pull him back out.
Yeah, remember? And I couldn't find it. It didn't appear for like 24 hours.
Richie
Here we
King
go.
says no balls.
Do you see the pit? Gnarly Marley content. Look, you can tell these are all fakes. Gnarly Marley content. Some guy named Gino and Joseph. Every one of these people are just about, I'm telling you right now, they're Eagles fans.
That's a possibility, but that's
anyways,
fine. 'Cause
this is all
we'll
you get
want
to
them
see.
back on here to talk trash to
Look,
them after we beat the hell out of them in week 2.
Remove all hidden users. Here we go. We're doing it right here, live on air. We're unleashing the pit. This is a jailbreak.
Do it.
There it went. It's done.
Yeah. Welcome back,
go.
slap nuts. Let's freaking go.
Welcome back.
I wonder if it got
Hey,
Janae out.
You think they would act right this time?
No.
No.
They're going to say go birds any second now.
Dude, I'm going to have a Go Birds. I'm going to be deleting Go Bird comments all night.
Man. Hey, fun times. Let them go.
Good times.
Let them do their thing. Look, Douglas is back. No, I'm just kidding. He wasn't in the pit.
Yeah, Douglas said, yeah.
That would have been awesome.
Wait, Janae, she's back. She said, I was joking. Wait, what did you say?
I don't know. Janae, what'd you do?
Janae, we had a complete jailbreak just to get you out of here. So I don't know what you did.
Hey, we got you, though.
Don't
We
say
got
it
you.
again. You'll get banned again.
Yeah, don't say it again, whatever you said. Let bygones be bygones. You're back. You're back from the Shadow Realm. Just leave it at that.
Dude, we freed everyone. We had a nice little jailbreak right there. And you know what? It's fun. Nobody else is having a jailbreak on their channel, right?
No.
Let's see if we can get Cole to jailbreak his people too.
Never.
He'll never do it.
Never would.
He hates people so bad. He'll be like, click, click, click.
Hey, Rico
it's
said that
funny.
you're the Fidel Castro of YouTube, brother.
Me? Wait, I thought Fidel was a bad guy.
I don't know. I guess maybe
I'm
he
a
freed.
good guy. I freed.
Yeah.
Well, wait, maybe Fidel freed people. I don't know what happened here.
Yeah,
I
who
don't
knows?
have time to read history. I'm doing Chief stuff 24/7.
Hey, Sammy Joe. There's worse things to have stuck in your head, baby. The boys are back in town. Mike.
Man, see, it's been a bad week. We lost Ozzy, and then today Hulkamania, the
Hulk
Hulkster.
Hogan, baby. The Hulkster. And Theo Huxtable.
Yeah, Theo Huxtable, man.
Yeah,
We
it's
lost
been crazy.
Theo.
Michael Madsen passed away last week.
I seen that, man.
Reservoir
last week. That was pretty rough,
Dogs.
too. I didn't know Michael Madsen was that old though.
Yeah, he's older.
He was a little older than I thought he was, right? Like I was thinking he's like in his 50s. I think he was in his 70s or something.
Yeah, it's crazy. Hey, just a tad bit of what Chief 24 says he's back. He says we're soft for banning him. Don't
Wait.
make us do it again, sir.
Hey, look, we're not the ones that do most of the banning. Most of the banning
Yeah.
comes from the mods.
Sharp and soft, baby. Deal with it. All right.
So yeah.
But
Talk
anyway,
to
before
them.
we get back to football, since we got horribly off the beaten path, we're out here in the weeds somewhere. But guess how old Jackie Chan is? If you just had to guess off the top of your head, how old is Jackie
I
Chan?
don't know, 72.
Why would you ever say that?
Because he's been around since I was a
He's 71,
Kid.
and it blew my mind that he's 71 years
dude.
old.
I almost nailed that, bro. Ray Ray said back to the pit.
Yeah, put him in the pit. Do it. Why not?
Whatever, I don't care.
He was
Look,
made
I
for the
don't-
pit.
I don't take offense to people saying things negative about me,
No.
negative about Steve, negative about the Chiefs. But you want to know what annoys me is when every single video or something you just come on and say the same stuff like "Go Birds." Like, shut up, dude. Like, if you
Nobody
don't
wants
have
to see
better
that.
stuff to do, grow up.
Nobody wants to see that. Mike, let's get back to camp a little bit. Like I said, we
Please.
got off the beaten path a little. Let's get back to camp. I'm really excited about the offense getting back to what it can be. But like I mentioned earlier, I think that it hinges completely on the offensive line, right?
Yeah.
So that's the main thing that I think everybody needs to keep an eye on once the pads come on and everything like that, is how this offensive line looks. And it's really hard to judge that before week one of the regular season. I'm just going to say it. It really is. So we can get excited and we can have fun, get horned up, do whatever you want to do about training camp and the big plays and this and that. Have fun with the position battles because it's going to be a really good one this year, seeing who makes the team. But I think we're really not going to know how good this offense can be until the week one kicks off against the Chargers in Brazil and we see if these guys can block. I think that's about it, right? Like if
Yeah.
we start seeing Patrick Mahomes get some time to do what he does, then I think then that's when we can kick our feet up and take a breath, take a load off, because maybe we'll get to see some good offense this year.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we've got to get the offensive line taken care of. And right now, the starters are who they are, but Jawan Taylor will be back. I know that's going to make people sad, but he's going to be back. I still don't know if Josh Simmons is a complete lock at that left tackle. Like, it feels more like it. Like, it feels
Yeah.
like Andy feels confident there. But again, the pads come on Sunday, okay? They're going to have another light practice tomorrow on Friday. Tomorrow's Friday. They're going to have a light practice. It's not, I guarantee you it's going to be one of those shells. It's going to be one of those 10-10-10s. They're going to be out there
Right.
for 40 minutes tops. So I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a very simple practice. I can almost guarantee it. It'll be a 10-10-10.
Yep.
And then on Saturday, they're off. They're going to get a day off. They'll probably go to Il Lazzarone, have a little pizza or something over
Have
in
a
St.
little
Joe.
pizza,
Okay.
barbecue
I wish I
chicken
was
pizza.
there. Wish I was at Barbosa's. What a place. Okay. I wish I was in St. Joe, but I'm not. That'll be the next weekend. And then on Sunday, Steve, they're putting the pads on. And when they do, Jawan Taylor could be back by then. And so you may never get to see what we all think that we were going to see. And so if Simmons gets the early nod and he struggles a little bit and Jalen Moore comes in and he does not struggle, you may see that start flipping before you get to even the first preseason game, sadly.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Just so many different ways this thing can go.
And I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying it could.
Yeah.
I'm not really fired up until I see what they look like with pads on.
Yep. I'm not going to spend too much time on the birds here. But Sparkle says the media is talking about the Eagles repeating. I'm going to go ahead and put this on record right now, this early into the season, 3 days into training camp. The Eagles are a Saquon Barkley injury away from completely imploding and missing the playoffs. He single-handedly carried that team to the Super Bowl last year, and then they had the game of their life in the Super Bowl. Complete luck. If you go back and look at what Jalen Hurts did last season and the performances he put up in the playoffs, it's abysmal. It's almost blasphemy to put him in a top 5 conversation. He throws for like 130 yards a game. He gets all of his touchdowns from tush pushes.
I mean, honestly, shouldn't the Rams have beat them in the playoffs? And like it just
Brother, every game up till the Super Bowl, Saquon Barkley was running for 200 plus yards.
That's what I'm saying. Like, look, they're a decent team. But the team that come to play against the Chiefs, the team that showed up against the Chiefs did not appear any other time that year. Like they were.
Well, I think
bro.
You know, it kind of clicked when Warren Sharp said that on the video we did with him when he was just like, you know, going back and look at it, deep diving into that game, all the analytics, and really studying that game. No one would have beat the Eagles that day, at all. No matter what,
Right,
if they played the way they played, they don't lose. They just happen to play the best game of their lives at the right time.
Look,
and it also was when the Chiefs were playing bad and had a bad game plan, so it just turned into that.
But think about it. That's how the NFL's constructed. You play 17 games, you go through a grueling offseason, you go through a grueling postseason, and you play one game, 4 quarters, 60 minutes, best team wins. So the Eagles got lucky that day and played the best game they've ever played, and they would have beat any team ever. But that's what you're supposed to do, right? Because it didn't matter that we went 15-2. It didn't matter that we were the number 1
No,
seed.
still props to them for playing a great game, right? But
that's what I'm saying. So it's not like baseball or basketball where you can do best of 7s. Because if it's a best of 7, the Chiefs very well could have won that one, and we probably would have won that one.
For sure.
So again, that's just the way football's constructed. They did it right, so you can't take it away. But yeah, can you definitively say they were the much, much, much better team just because they beat us in that one game? No, I don't think so. It was just a great game. I've seen teams get blown out in a best of 7 series and then lose 4 in a row.
Yeah,
Right?
Eagles fans are stupid too because they're like, it's like, you know, they just beat the Eagles 2 years ago in the Super Bowl, so calm your tits. And then they're always like, well, that was a close game, and this was a blowout. And it's like, no one cares, brother. A win is a win.
Ben Houston's first vids feels good. How did this guy get in the pit? And look, why didn't you just
Look, I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say, Chief, just don't be a slapnut and you won't go back to the pit.
Yeah, I don't
but
know
we
why
appreciate
you
the
would have
support,
got in
brother, and
there.
we're glad that you're here. And we're glad that you're still here, even though you were in the pit. And you've been around since the early
If there's ever a chance
days.
that anybody's in the pit for wrongdoing, if you feel it's an accident, we've got an email address in every video. Email us. We'll take a look and see what you did, and we'll get you back if it was an accident. Just don't go silent. Don't get used to the pit. I know we got nice shaggy rugs down there and some comfy furniture. Okay, and an all-you-can-eat buffet in the pit. But don't get used to it.
Hey, you lost your mind. It's okay. It happens. If I don't think any Chiefs fan didn't slightly lose their mind after that.
Why'd you take it out on us?
Go take it out on somebody else.
He's like, Chiefs lost. I'm taking it out on these guys, those idiots. Hey, man, I guess we choose to be on YouTube. We choose to make ourselves public. I guess we choose to be people's whipping post.
Oh, absolutely.
That's how I see things.
It doesn't hurt my
man.
feelings.
Sometimes when I see people leaving me negative comments, because again, we've talked about this time and time again, people are more apt, if you like a video, you'll click the thumbs up. If you're more likely to not like the video, you'll click the thumbs down, but you'll make a comment too.
Right.
So
Gotta
you tend
get your
to
2 cents in there, right?
more negative comments because you want to be that a-hole.
Yeah.
But I always just think, Steve, if they are in a mind space to where they want to come on the internet and talk bad and take their time to like take something out on me that they don't even know personally, I just like I see some grace and I'm like, those guys must be going through it. Like there must be something.
Their
going
lives
on, man.
must suck to be having to talk trash.
Yeah, like
on
you
YouTube.
must be going through it. I don't take it personally.
We're gonna pray for you. Sammy Joe with the 2 bomb says, "I'm not worried about the line. The secondary does."
Steve, let's talk about that secondary.
I think so. Are you saying that you're worried about the secondary, Sammy? I think
I
maybe
think that's what maybe.
you have to clear that up in the chat. And sorry, I missed this one a minute ago, so it's been a little bit since you said that. But appreciate the dono. And if that's what you're saying, I'm not worried about the secondary. Honestly, I think that the safety position took a step back just because we lost Justin Reed. But the fact that we were able to go back and get Mike Edwards, who played well for us in that Super Bowl run a couple of years ago, I think that helps bring the veteran presence. And also we're going to see more Jaden Hicks, and no one's mad at that. Okay. Now I think that this is a huge year for Brian Cook. I think it's a very pivotal year for him because it's do or die at this point. He's not getting re-signed here unless he shows out. And I think it's a huge year for him. And he's got a lot of opportunity to step up here and take on a leadership role back there and do the thing. So I'd like to see that from him. But as far as the corners go, I think we're pretty deep there. If Christian Fulton is not hurt all the time, I think we got a lot of guys there. It just really depends on injuries with that.
Yeah, look, so 3 days in, and we're basically starting with all the new guys in the secondary, which there's only a few, but there's a lot of UDFA's. Even Noel Williams, for example, I'll count him as a new guy. We started five secondary guys today, and all 5 were with the Chiefs last year. You had Watson and McDuffie on the corners, you had Connor in the slot, and you had Cook and Hicks. That was your safeties. So Mike Edwards wasn't starting. He rotated in with the second team. Noel Williams and Najee Johnson rotated in. So it was Watson, McDuffie, and then Najee Johnson and Noel Williams rotated in with the 2s. Josh Williams rotated in with the 2s for just a few plays. It wasn't nothing crazy, but he was the least amount of plays with Team 2. So for some reason, that's just the way it is. Deion Bush, Christopher Rowland Wallace, and even, I want to say, Hicks and Edwards. I know Edwards for sure, but even Hicks rotated in at safety on certain second team and third teams. So there was a lot of the times Hicks wasn't even out there on the field. Now, I don't know if it's because they were looking at specific looks or packages where they were maybe only playing one safety or they were doing something different, but Hicks did not take all snaps with the number 1 team, and a lot of people thought that maybe the Chiefs weren't going to play him as a starter. I think he's going to be the starter, at least for now, but they were doing something weird today, so you couldn't really take that. You know what I mean? Like, there was something a little bit off with the way they were rotating them today. It was a little weird. Another thing I thought weird today too, Steve, was the linebacker rotation. Brandon George and Bossa were rotating in with the third team. Now, I would get George doing a third team maybe, being a UDFA, but Bossa? Everything that we know about Jeffrey Bossa, his skills, the way he's like very fluid, the way he can get after the passer, the way he brings that, the way Spags has been in his hip pocket teaching him things, and he's still down to a third string. I mean, I know it's super early, but I thought like at least he'd be a second team guy. But they're considering Cole Christensen and all those guys still.
Well, I think Jeffrey Bossa is a special teams guy at first. I think if he's got to do that role well, and I think that's just exactly what they expect to get from him in his rookie season. It's going to be hard for him to get snaps on the defense. We're talking about Leo Chanel getting more snaps 3 years in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Leo's not taking over 50% of the snaps.
Right, and he's a force on the football field. He's always making plays. So we're still talking about seeing more Leo after 3 seasons. So I think Jeffrey Boss has got a lot of dues to pay before he gets that the snaps on the defense. And I think he will get there, though. And I think that, Spags obviously likes the guy. He's a green dot from Oregon. I think that he's kind of had him learning all different positions of the linebacker room. And I think he's maybe seeing him as a guy in the future that could be like a Nick Bolton.
Right. Chiefs backup says Leo is a dog.
For sure, man. I love
Casey
Leo.
Kidd, he was at practice today. He said Leo was out there a lot today.
Nice.
I think they've got to start
Later,
getting
Richie.
Leo more. You've got to get Leo more snaps. I think Leo can do a lot. Leo can rush. Leo can cover. He was one of the top-rated coverage linebackers per PFF. Right. He can get after the quarterback. He can play the run. He's one of the top run defenders per PFF.
He's John Cena.
He may have been the highest-rated Chiefs defensive player in the entire Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So he needs to be out there a lot more. Now, look, it's going to be him and probably Bolton and Tranquil. But see, the thing is here is I've noticed in Spags is starting to do a lot of just 2 linebacker looks. So maybe when it's third team, they're doing like Tranquil Bolton. You know what I mean?
Well, I think Jeffrey Bossa ultimately, I think, will replace Drew Tranquil before anybody. I think that's
what they brought him in for. I think it's a Drew Tranquil kind of thing because I don't know if Drew Tranquil will be here beyond this year.
Right. And Sammy with the 2 bombs says Bossa could back up all linebacker positions and strong safety too. And that's the whole thing with Drew Tranquil. He was a converted safety. So he plays similarly to him. He has that skill set. It's nice to have guys that can do those things, especially in a defense where you're constantly taking a linebacker out, putting a safety in, taking safety out, putting a linebacker in. Like, I feel like Spags does that rotation quite a bit. So a guy that can do both of those things on the field at one time could always come in handy.
Right. Bam says, how many picks this year from Hicks would it take for y'all to give away his jersey? I don't know, but I will tell you, we don't have a Hicks jersey, but he did sign something that we're going to give away soon.
Yes.
So we do have something, Jaden
He
Hicks.
didn't
It's not
sign a jersey, but he signed something else.
It's not a jersey, but it's something else. So, yeah, we do have some Jaden Hicks autographs coming y'all's way.
Steve, I'm taking this personally. He said, get rid of anyone named Williams or Cook. How dare you, sir?
That means we're out.
Yeah.
We could be out, man.
We will take.
I don't think people would care if we were out, though. I don't think so.
We will not have no Williams shade in this chat. I'm just kidding. Let's see. Ray, been a member for 13 months and modding it up like crazy. Appreciate you, Ray. He says, hey, Mike and Steve, do you feel comfortable with Kingsley playing at the guard position? And by the way, I've been a member for 36 months. I knew it.
That makes sense.
I was getting ready to say 13 months sounds a little weak for Ray, you know? I don't know if something happened there or YouTube during their slap nuttery got everything screwed up.
Probably.
It's a possibility.
Do you feel I feel Kingsley. I feel better at Kingsley playing guard than I do tackle.
Right. Well, I don't know if I felt uncomfortable with Kingsley at tackle.
No, I didn't feel that
because he didn't play enough to know. Because, yeah, he only played 6 quarters. He got beat up on by Trey Hendrickson. Big deal. So did everybody else in the league last year. Okay? So it's kind of hard to judge a rookie thrown into the fire at left tackle, the hardest position on the line, and goes against Trey Hendrickson and you pull him. So, like, to me, it's like I've never been out on Kingsley. I thought the way that situation was handled was kind of odd for Andy Reid and crew. I felt it was a little bush league, and that's normally not what Andy does. So I don't know. I just don't like the way that all played out. And I'm not trying to, throw strays at anybody, but I just thought that was weird. And I've never been out on Kingsley as an athlete. Just like we were talking about or Felix earlier, if you go back to the draft process, we did a lot of study in Kingsley Suamataia. This is a guy we thought the Chiefs could take at the end of the first round. They ended up getting him at the end of the second. This kid is insane. He's a great athlete. He can do a lot of things well. He's going to be a good offensive lineman. It's just going to take some time. He's a bit of a project coming out. But at the left guard position, I don't feel as comfortable as, per se, having Joe Tooney there, right? You didn't even think about it when Joe Tooney was there. You just knew it was locked up. So I think it's a little less than that, but I have full confidence that Kingsley's going to be a good guard. I think he could be a good tackle if you gave him enough time. But being able to put him at the guard position, I think that's even better for his career because I think he could be a really good guard.
Yeah, I think Kingsley, we talked about this with Bro Schmo. If you guys aren't familiar, if you like draft content, Bro Schmo, I know you've probably seen it. He's been on our show. We were on his. He dropped our video today. We did a 2025 Chiefs season preview. He released it today. I hate the packaging on it. I absolutely hate it.
Oh, no. What did he do?
He said the
Bro
Chiefs
Schmo.
dynasty was over.
Oh, come on, brother.
And I said, you ain't
Hey,
getting no Chiefs fans to click that video, bro.
Hey,
What
call
you doing?
them up and tell them to take it down. We're
Right.
not going to be
Look,
we're not going
I
to be
didn't
part of
say
that.
You know what we told him? We told him the dynasty wasn't over. We told him the dynasty's just getting started.
Yeah,
So
get over it, bro,
there.
Schmo.
Look, go find the video. Tell him that you love ACU, and tell him, but he's wrong. The dynasty's just starting. And so, look, he's a good guy. He's fun.
Yeah, he's
But that's the way
awesome.
he decided to package it. But anyways, we talked about this a little bit, and Kingsley was a complete project. And with a complete project, you have to give them time to develop. You have to coach them up. You have to accept that they're going to make a lot of errors. You're going to have to get them a lot of time in the preseason. Yep, there it is right there. End of an era.
What? Come on,
Why
bro,
would he
Schmo.
ever package a Chiefs
You're
like
wild,
that?
buddy.
If that gets thrown out to the Chiefs kingdom, they're not
Look.
clicking that.
Look, there's me and you telling him he's a slap nut for saying
Look,
it.
we were like, stop being a slap nut, brother. But yeah, go watch that video.
I'm doing a slap nut dance.
Yeah, give him a comment. Tell him all chiefed up sent you over
Everybody, go right now. Right after this, it's youtube.com/broshmo. That's BROSHMO. Go there, click this video.
I also linked it in the community tab. So if you guys are in our community tab, you can go click the video
Go
from
watch it
there.
because there was a really good
Dude,
conversation.
We had a really good conversation. So
But
if you
y'all
could
have
just
to
throw
let
in
him
a
know about this
headphone-
packaging. Y'all have to leave a comment for him.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, yeah, Kingsley was the guy that we knew had to have a little bit of time. And I think that the Chiefs overall just handled him wrong. I think it was a failure by the front office. They didn't have anybody come in. Like, they could have brought back Donovan Smith or somebody like that and just let him learn from somebody and give him a camp battle. Wanye wasn't the guy to get a camp battle from in his second year, right? And then he was being taken out in the preseason with the first team offense and wasn't even given proper reps in the preseason. And then he did okay versus the Ravens, which has a pretty good defense last time I checked. And then he gets manhandled by Trey Hendrickson for a few quarters, and it was just done for the year. Dunzo. Killed his confidence, killed everything. I don't like the way that was handled. I think that was a failure by the Chiefs organization, and I think they'll learn from it. And this is also kind of telling with the Josh Simmons thing. You may see Jalen Moore a little earlier, and it may not be Josh Simmons so much, but I do think Josh Simmons is a lot better, and he could probably handle it a lot more.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm right there with you. I'm not going to argue with that. But we appreciate you guys being here, by the way. Do us a favor. Click that like button if you haven't already. I was trying to get to 150. We're at 143. So let's get over that 150 threshold just to make me happy. Make me feel warm and fuzzy on the inside.
Right. See, Rude Dog threw out some gas, baby. He says, just want to let y'all know that your podcast is the realest Chiefs podcast out there. Salute to both of y'all, all the way from Cali.
Let's go, baby.
Brother.
Thanks for the gas.
I like hearing the positive because, again, we get 99% of everything we see on YouTube's negative. YouTube just pushes negative stuff. They love it. So
right.
It's fun to hear the positives every once in a while. It at least gives you, again, you start reading the negatives over and over, and you do get a little like, what in the hell am I doing?
Well, I think the main thing about the Chiefs space in general, and this is, like I said, I like all the guys that are in the Chiefs space. They're fine. I have nothing against any of them. But I do think there is a negative connotation in the Chiefs space for not being in Kansas City or from Kansas City.
Yeah,
and I think that what they fail to realize is that 90% of Chiefs fans do not live in Kansas City. It's a worldwide team. It's the world's team. Okay, so there are fans far and wide, and you see it in our chat every day. There's people from everywhere that are diehard Chiefs fans.
Australia today.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And they tend to shun everyone that doesn't live in Kansas City. They look down on you like you're a peasant.
We've heard that a lot of times.
It's so stupid. It makes no sense because I'd say the fans that are not there are probably more diehard than the ones that are there.
Baby,
I would argue that.
We woke up 3 states away and we chose to live this way.
Yeah,
we didn't
come
get
on.
born into it. Our parents
We
did.
did.
Yeah, our
We
parents
did, Pops.
convince us to do it. But you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You got to be diehard. When you follow a team this diehard and you don't even live within an hour of being able to go to a game or doing stuff like we can't even
Mike,
go
we're
to
gonna
local,
drive 8 or 9 hours just to go hang out with you
Right.
guys.
Like we can't even go to our local like Walmart and pick up a Chiefs shirt. Like we never even seen Chiefs stuff. And when we were growing up, you didn't have Amazon, you didn't have the internet.
You better have found something on a clearance rack somewhere at
And
Value
that was
City.
tough, dude. So yeah, it was a struggle, man, until about the year 2000 when the internet boom happened, and then we were good to go. But
Yeah,
it
for
was
sure.
a struggle. But yeah, people
Yeah.
hate the fact that we're not from KC, Steve. It
It's
really just
fine.
bothers them.
They can get over it. They can get over it. Still the best Chiefs content out there, baby. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Also, before we get out of here today, I just want to bring this back up one more time. Here's Travis Kelce yelling at Andy Reid. He said, "You better get your ass to the chew with the crew." And Andy says, "When and where?" Mahomes, he's down here telling you. It's August 2nd,
He said,
7 to 9 p.m.
Steve, say
Central
it in the right
Time
voice.
at Zarda
You're
Barbecue.
disrespecting Mahomes right now by not using his actual voice.
I can't do the Mahomes voice very well. I just sound stupid.
August 2nd at 7 to 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Kinda.
It's August 2nd
There you go.
at the Blue Springs Zarda.
I love Pat, man.
No,
Like that
seriously.
voice.
You guys get out there. Come meet your boys. Come hang out with everybody. Have a good time. We only get to do this once a year, and I don't know how long we're going to be able to do it, too, because it's definitely an ordeal, right? Like, we travel 8 hours just to go hang out with everybody. So, please, if you're within the area, just take a few minutes of your time, come out, say hi, hang out with everybody. You get a free signed poster, and you can order some delicious food from Zarda because they're underrated. I don't appreciate how underrated Zarda is, actually. I feel like they got some good food there, and they're never brought up in the convo. Okay? So go there, support, and support your boys. Hannah says, "Hey, boys, I'm back. My training camp hype candidate, Omar Norman Lott." What's up, Hannah?
Good seeing you.
Heck yeah, man.
Hannah passed out after the draft. She did all that draft stuff, and she was like, I'm tired.
Yeah, she took a nap, brother.
She took a long
She
nap.
took a well-deserved vacation.
But look, she ain't wrong. Omar Norman Lott is a beast. Steve, I've been saying this for weeks and weeks and weeks and months. I love him.
Yeah.
hype train
I do
starts
too.
here.
And like you turned me on to Omar Norman Lott, right? And then I really started to fall in love with him in the draft process. And then when we drafted him, I know we were both pumped. I know you were super excited, but I was really happy about it too. I thought it was a great pick. And
I
like
didn't hit myself in the dong like you did.
you should have. That just shows. I think I like the Jalen Royals pick more than you liked the Omar Norman Lott pick.
No, I'm just not a slap nut. Like a literal like term of slap nut. I'm not that. That was you.
Hey, good to have you back, and I appreciate the 5 bomb. And then we got Sammy Joe with another 2. It says like 3 hours for me, a former Rams fan, St. Louis.
Dude, we
Let's
pass
go.
through St. Louis
So
every
St.
time.
Louis is literally the halfway point.
Yep.
It is the halfway point from where we're at in Louisville, Kentucky, to Kansas City. You know you're halfway when you get to St. Louis. If you can beat the rush hour traffic in St. Louis, you have a good drive all the way on 70 there. It's not a big
But
deal.
70's a hassle. It's a disaster.
So it
Steve,
just is
how do
what
you
it is.
know? Like when we're making the 8-hour trip, if you're asleep in the back seat, you'll just hear Nelly come on the radio as soon as you hit the city limits of St. Louis.
Of
and it
course,
happens
every
till
time
we
you get to
leave.
Kings Highway, Nelly has to come on the radio. I
Yeah.
think it does it automatically.
It does.
I don't ever
automatically.
turn it on. It just happens.
It just happens, and Nelly cranks for about however long it takes to get through the city. And if there's traffic, it can be up to like 45.
You can
minutes
find
to an hour
me in
there.
St. Louis.
Yeah, so I mean that's just how it works.
I don't know why that happens, but it does. It's weird. And I'm sure it'll happen again this time. Appreciate everybody being with us today. Thanks for all the donos, gifted memberships, and all that stuff. Thanks for the fun conversation. If you got released from the pit, welcome back. Don't be a slapnut this time around. Stick around. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, highly suggest you do that. Go hit that subscribe button. Hang out with us. We got a long season ahead of us, and it's the most fun over here at All Chiefed Up. What's up, Terry? Terry's from Murray. What's up?
Steve, dude, this is not a coincidence. I watched Nelly live at Murray State University.
You did. When we were like in
Terry,
high
I was
school
in
or
your
something.
hometown. I was watching Nelly live at your
That's
hometown. bro.
crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't become a member yet, highly suggest that. It's $4.99 a month for a subscription. It'll automatically come out of your bank account, $4.99 a month. It's way cheaper than those stupid car washes that you never use, or your Planet Fitness subscription that you still haven't canceled. It's far cheaper than that, and you get something in return. You get a weekly members-only video and a monthly members-only live stream where we give away cool stuff like signed Kingsley Suamataia jerseys and much, much more. You get cool emojis and everything else. So go do that. Join.allchiefedup.com. If you can't find the join button here, join.allchiefedup.com. And 2 bomb from Sammy. I think I probably missed this one, didn't I? Says if Connor is our slot and Cooks doesn't ball out, oh no.
We're in trouble.
Well, here's the thing. I think you will see Shamari Connor in the slot quite a bit, but I don't know how often compared to last season. I don't know. It's really weird. There's lots of options now, right?
I mean, I do think that's his spot that they want him to play.
Right.
The other guy would be Chris Roland Wallace. And Roland Wallace actually has made a few good plays this camp so far because it is
Right.
just a pass camp up to this point. So DBs and wide receivers are who kind of gets to stand out. But yeah, I think Connor's going to have a big year. This is year 3 for Connor too, right? So he's got to step up this year, I think. And he looked good. Last year he had a little bit of a down year, but he was still one of the highest rated run defenders at the corner position. So I think he'll be fine. And yeah, we'll have to see if Roland Wallace can even make the team. Like it's going to be tough back there.
Yeah, man, it's going to be a tight fit in that cornerback room. Well, the DBs all together, it's just going to be crazy. Camp's going to have a lot of weight on that. Hannah with the 2 bomb says I passed out for my Eagles hate and I still hate them. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
But there's a chance at redemption week 2. I think you come out, you smack them in the mouth, and then they're not going to do anything this year. They're not going back to the Super Bowl. So just wait it out. Wait it out.
Yep. Chiefs Backup says, how often are you guys live? Appreciate you being here. Hey, this season we're going to go live we say Sunday, okay, but it's probably going to be every time the Chiefs play. So after the game,
Yep.
we'll have a live stream. And then if it's not on Sunday, we'll probably do a Sunday live as well. Maybe.
Right
So
now it's Sunday and Thursday. I don't know why
yeah,
you
so
went
right
so far
now it's
into
Sunday,
it.
Thursday, and then
Yeah.
during the season it'll be after the game. Like we'll do
Quit
a post-game.
confusing Chiefs backup, Mike. Quit confusing.
I'm just saying, post game, and then
Yeah.
it's Sunday, Thursday. So that's the way it is. Appreciate you guys being here and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Well, appreciate you guys. Go watch that video with Bro Schmo. Leave him a comment. Let him know how he shouldn't have packaged the video that way, that the Chiefs dynasty is in full swing, and that the NFL is going to feel the wrath of Patrick Mahomes this season,
Imagine
whether
how-
he likes it or not.
Yeah, imagine how confused he would be if he wakes up in the morning and all of you guys go over and he gets like 30 comments that's like, ACU is the greatest guest you've ever had, but I don't like this thumbnail.
Hold on.
He's gonna be like, what?
Look, I'm sharing the link in the chat right now. That way everybody can click here and go leave a comment. When you leave this
Dude.
video, just click that video, go leave them a comment, and let
It's a
them
good
know.
video to watch too. So if you got a little bit of time tomorrow, just pop in an earbud, go to work, whatever. I mean,
Yeah, it
we
was
had
a good
great
conversation. It was a good
great
conversation.
conversation.
But here, click that link. Go let our bro Schmo know that the Chiefs dynasty is still in full swing and that he
Right.
should suck it. How about
Kathy asked us Mike getting some sun. Yeah, I was out in the pool today for about 35
that?
minutes.
Son.
It was nice. Steve's getting paler. I'm getting more deep tan. Steve
Some
doesn't
of us
wanna get
don't
out
have
the house.
time
It's
to live
hot.
that life of luxury, going to the pool and stuff, you know?
I just got the pool open like 2 days ago, man. I already
I'll
missed
be
the whole
up there.
summer.
I'll be up there soon.
I'll be in
Can I bring-
Florida
can I bring the kids
in
up there
about
to
a
swim?
week. Huh?
Can I bring the kids to swim in it?
Yeah, for sure. Anytime.
All right, good deal. Well, see you guys later. I'm going swimming. Bye.
Get wild.